I began my interior design journey with the dining room. I wanted to use some lighter wood because I generally don't use birch, and I thought it might look good with the diorite walls. I used trapdoors for the tabletop and covered it with carpet as tablecloth. I then used banners to create some texture on the chairs and a makeshift cushion for them. After I finished, I made a shelf for the dining room. I then created a small bench using my own design, which I really ended up liking. I then populated the corners with plants and finished the dining room with a glass chandelier. After gathering some more materials, I moved on to the kitchen. I started by putting down the fridge. I used snow as a base to have the illusion of being smooth, and then added a banner I had patterned to look like a door. I then worked on the stove. I used smokers with iron pressure plates on top, and used glass panes in item frames to make it look like oven doors. I then threw some hoppers down and used cooked stone to make an oven hood. I placed a cauldron with water as a sink basin. I then used birch to create the countertops and used item frames to create handles for the cabinet drawers. After, I recreated a neat storage system I had seen online using unlit campfires. When I was done, I moved on to create a bar using iron bars with carpets as stools. I then finished the kitchen with a checkered floor using stripped jungle logs and added curtains to the kitchen window. I started the master bedroom by creating the bed frame. I went through different stages trying to find something I liked. When I had fiddled enough with it, it turned out like this. And it wasn't perfect, but I liked it, so it was good enough. I finalized the master bedroom with a desk in the corner. I then moved on to the office, creating a desk and using a chair design from the dining room table, but replacing it with spruce. I then added a small bench and a filing cabinet to fill out the room before moving on. I did my best to create a small bathroom under the stairs. I knew I wanted to make a bathroom from the beginning, but knew it would be difficult with the limited space. I think what I ended up with was okay, but I'm definitely open to suggestions on how to improve it or make a better one in the future. I finished the build by creating a smaller condensed bed frame for the third villager that would live here, and made a desk design I was pretty happy with using spruce trapdoors. Alright folks, we're done. For now, kind of. For the most part. But the theme of today's episode, first of all, is being mildly inconvenienced by how far away my resources are. Because I kept having to go get stuff. And that might be edited in or not, I don't know. But yeah, I just kept having to go back and forth, because I kept thinking of new things. So a lot of the things in this build I used some inspiration for, I looked up, but some of the things I made myself, and I'm really proud of it. So I just want to run through it with you real quick. So this is the dining room. I'm really happy with how it turned out. We got these chairs, and I used the banners for like cushions. I saw that online, and stole that idea. It was really good. We have kind of like a shelf thing where you could put like glasses or stuff like that. I really like how the chandelier turned out, and this was my idea. I know it might look a little goofy, but I'm thinking about like it's one of those benches, and then you like lift it up and there's storage inside. And I kept having to put building materials in because my inventory is so small. But yeah, that's the dining room. The kitchen, I'm really happy with. We got kind of a bar area here. We got curtains on the windows, and we got the hood for the stove, and I really like how the stove looks. I got the floor pattern here. I know I'm gonna change out the meat on the kind of this storage thing, but it's one of the few things I have right now. But I really like it. I like the fridge door. I just think it turned out really, really good. I really like how it looks. And then we go to the second floor, to the office. Nothing super special. There's these cabinets that I like how they turned out. And then just like a simple desk. I used the same design from downstairs. On the chairs, I had extra banners, so I thought, why not? But nothing too much here. And then we go over here to the master bedroom, which I think looks really nice. We got kind of like a storage for like clothes here, and we have a really nice desk overlooking the wheat field, which is fully grown. The only thing really that isn't finished over there is the tree that I was planning on building a plaza, but I might just till it. And I don't know, we'll see, because I think it might look better from here, but we'll see what happens. Got kind of a nice bed here for the 2 villagers that will be here. Then we have this bedroom, which I think turned out amazing. I have just this little cozy nook here for the single bed, and I tried to fill it up. I did a little bit of a different desk design with a nice view out here. I just really like how it turned out. And then probably the thing that I think turned out the worst is the bathroom. So it's a little bit crammed in here, and that's what I was intending. I think quartz would look better, but we obviously haven't been to the Nether yet. And it sucks a little bit that even with the stairs, it still drips down. But it's fine. You know, it's okay. And then the attic. So really, I mean, it's mostly just gonna be filling it up with storage. I don't have any like super specific plans. I feel like the rest of the build kind of facilitates everything that I wanted to do with it. But I think once I have cobwebs, maybe I silk touch some cobwebs. I can put them up here, put some chests up here, at least in like a corner or something. And I mean, we can throw a few chests down right now. It doesn't really matter. Chests and barrels. Let's get some barrels. So maybe something like this. Maybe we had the barrels on the bottom and the chests on the top. Barrel there, chest there. And I mean, just something like this. You know, nothing too. That doesn't look super great. Nothing too crazy. And then just kind of make this space kind of feel lived in. But I don't really feel like it's super necessary for that to be done today. Because ultimately, like, this space will probably be used the least. But other than that, actually, I don't really like that. We'll change this to this. And then we'll put a chest up there. Other than that, I'm really happy. Really happy with how the build turned out. I want this to be a double chest. Nope. 1 second. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll fill that in later, but it's really not important right now. I like how everything turned out. I did a lot of different things that I've never done before. It'll help me get kind of an idea of what I can do like later. I used like darker furniture style for the upstairs, but I thought that the lighter like birch and stuff really matched well with not only the diorite, but also just like having a more lighted kind of, you know, keeping with the aesthetic. I felt like it really looked good here, and I'm really happy that I decided to do that. So I'm really pumped about that. And with that, I mean, other than like really few details like filling up this attic, I mean, I'm sure I could put like another room somewhere, but or like wall this off, and then this is the storage area, and this could be kind of like a lounge. But honestly, I'm not really too interested in doing that. Like, I could, especially if you guys wanted me to come back and do it, I would, but I really don't think it's that important. I think that means the house is finished. You know, other than the small details, which means the only thing left to do for this whole build to be complete is I'd like to put a custom tree back here to make this not look so barren. And maybe put some textured trees, custom trees along the wall here. And then do something with that space over there. But that should be it. I mean, we should be done here. I put up these lights. It really looks good at night. I really like it. this thing took a long time, and I feel like it was worth it. I think things really came together. I think it looks good, and for something, I've been up. I had to go up on the mountain over there a whole bunch of times for wool, for the build, and like seeing this massive wheat field in the distance. Our 2-acre, actually tiny wheat field, but it looks massive anyway. It looks good. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think the seawall looks great. I think it really all came together. And so basically, other than only a few touch-up details like the attic and some trees in that little space over there, we are done. Which means that we can move on to something else. We can get these villagers moved in here, so that can be done here. Like, it's all just detailing at this point. So all the major things are done here, and I'm really happy to say that because, you know, after working for so long on this, it's good to have it done. So that means that next time we get to build something else. And I have a couple things in mind. Mr. Fitzgerald has a couple things in mind. I have to move some of these chests back. But other than that, we are wrapping up this project. Feels good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for supporting this series and supporting this build and all the things you guys do. So if you like this, you know, I will continue to do more. If you have any suggestions, particularly for this bathroom, and keep in mind I can't go to the nether yet, so if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments below, because, I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just fine, you know? It's just fine. So we'll figure it out, but yeah, other than that, I don't think I'll have any... There won't be any major... Did I mess this up? No, I didn't. I don't think there will be any, like, major videos on this specific build, at least unless... for a little while, unless I figure something else out that I want to do with it. But it is time to move on. I have a whole bunch of ideas, and yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching one last time, and I will see you next time. Bye!